see how much I want to bet. Yep, it's there. Hmm. It's going to be my luck. Chat's not working. Let's see. Oops. Hang on, guys. I don't have my chat up, but I see y'all chatting. Hello, hello, hello. Now, let's see if that works. Nothing on my chat box. Awesome. There it is. Woo! I had it locked up. Oh, my goodness. Let me see. I can't even go back and scroll. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Just trying to deal with some more of this nightmare I'm living. What are you going to do? Oh my goodness, look at everybody just a popping in. I can't see nothing. It goes, I hate this chat box on my screen. I've got to figure out how to change this. But I need to see if it's too late. I got my package from the thrift store prepper. Oops, I bet you got the sound up. I don't want to hear me. Alrighty, who's here? Because it's all gone by. Say's here, Trucker's here, Donna's here, CJ's here, Blue Moon, Amy, Diana. Thank you. Kizzy, Carolyn, Angel in Dallas, Petra. Yay! Just say Scott. Drop back 10 and punt him. Oh, Lord, y'all. Let me tell you, I've only been trying to go live since about 10:30. If that tells you anything. So, anyway, let me see. Let me text old thrift store prepper. I hate to open my package with him not here. Well, I won't. We'll just have to wait. And I'll just be dying to know. Oh, gosh, I can't text. For me. Let's see if he answers. So, how's everybody else's day been? I've had another one of them crazy days. You know how that goes. Hey, you say. I see you, darling. I guess we're going to have her call in a little bit. Get everybody in here. I bet your old thrift store prepper's asleep. I hate that. I want to see what's in my bag. It's making noise. I don't remember winning anything that should be making noise. I don't know. Spiritually awakened, how are you? And call you out. It's been a pretty normal day till this evening got a little crazy. Man, have I been on the phone today. Good grief. My ears gonna fall off. But that's okay. Well, good. I'm glad you're doing great. Uh, see, it does. It makes noise. Sounds. Can y'all hear that? I'm glad I didn't turn that around. That's got. Lord, it's airmail. Listen, Lovey's heart. He put Dora the Explorer stickers on it. There was one on this front side where it came from him, and my grandbaby tore it off. And then he's got another one on this side. Can y'all see Dora? Isn't that cute? Oh, I was wanting to open. Hey, Scott. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. It has to be chicken noodle soup, I'd say, but he calls it cock soup with these meat sticks and nut sacks. Let's see. Please change your chat to the white background. I do think it would disappear. What would disappear? What would disappear, honey? Did you say something? Jerry, oh, it's very small and hard to read. Listen, I don't know how to change it. I don't have a clue. Oh, set color. I don't know. Well, I think that's the color of the chat. Um, are y'all seeing that? Am I blocking y'all with that? No, y'all don't see what I'm seeing. Oh, Thrift Store Prepper is on. Oh, Road to Prisons Live. I didn't even realize. Let me see. When I pull that up, y'all just pop right up. That doesn't give me anything to change. Nope. That doesn't give me anything to change. Let me tell you. Oh, let me ask y'all this. What do y'all see? Y'all don't see nothing. Unless I'm delayed. Ain't none of these buttons working. Well, did I screw y'all's chat up? No, it's still scrolling. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Nope, that's not going to help anything. I know the buttons I pushed. I didn't see anything different. 3% report. Oh, Lord, now chat's gone away on my screen. Oh, I'm so delayed, my God. Lord, I'm going to have to open me back up. I was just shaking the package on my live. How crazy is that? I wonder why I'm sitting here side by side with my phone and my laptop, same Wi-Fi, and I'm delayed on my phone. What platform are you using? I've got OBS projects. Lord have mercy. Oh, I'm caught up now. Okay, let me see what this does. Yay! I figured it out. Let me see. Look! Look, y'all. Looky, looky, looky. I can show y'all articles now. I don't know exactly what I did, but... Oh, I'm not on screen no more. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see? I could actually pull you up an article. Oh, man. Ah! Now we're pros. I don't know about no pros. Lord. Oh, Dax is here. Did you see that, Dax? I can pull up my daggone Google screen. I'm so thrilled. Let me tell you, that's a milestone for me. That's all I wanted to do. Woohoo. Nope, my chat box went away. What happened to my chat box? Oh, mercy, y'all. Every time I do anything, it messes with something else. Y'all just have to bear with me. I'll get this. Okay. Well, I don't know what happened. Okay, it's there. There it is back. Okay. There we go. I'll figure it out. Oh, Lord. Thank you, Dex. Listen, this has been an evening trying to go live, and then I go live in the middle of the night. Thank you, J Stone. Up now is my chat's gone away on my screen, but it's still here on my phone. Up now y'all just went away on there. Okay, so now I've got to figure out how to fix this. I will. Be patient. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Y'all might have to watch me. I guess that's what y'all seeing. I don't know. Maybe you're not. But somehow I think I got rid of my chat box. But y'all can still see me. Okay, good. You aren't watching me go through this. It's a process, Dax. I'll get it figured out. Oh, my. But you know when I was trying to mess with those buttons the other night, but somehow I took away the chat. Hang on, y'all. I'll get it going right just here in a second. I promise you. At least I've messed that up so many times I know how to do it pretty quick. Okay. I don't know why my pop-out went away, but it sure did. Let's see if it's back. We will see if you come back. But it seems like if I do anything else, I don't know what it still is. I need to add a plus sign and open up a window, I guess. Okay. Hang on. Okay, now go back to here. Goodness sakes, y'all. Yep, it's still gone. It won't, sometimes it loses the key for the live chat. And I don't know why it does that. But y'all know I'm not good at pushing buttons. I shouldn't be pushing buttons, y'all. I go to pushing buttons and I'm in a mess. Oh, there you go. We're back. Yay! Sorry about that. Show you the Google screen and I took away the chat. I'm sorry. It has to stay open and minimized and I messed it up. So that was my fault. ATN 2112, how are you? You're learning with us? Let me tell you, you're learning with me. I finally said the only way that I can figure out if I've got this figured out is just to do it while I'm on a live. I wish I could have done this the other night. I really wanted to pull up those articles for y'all. And now tonight I don't have any news. This is just an experiment. CJ, don't touch anything. Now that's not going to be fun. I've got to be able to touch something if I want to show you something. Listen, I've got that baby minimized and I've got me a new tab. This is a new tab that I can Google stuff for y'all. I did add the tab. Looky there. Let's see if we can see the new tab. Oh, my phone's so delayed. Why is my phone delayed? So now y'all going to have to wait until I can see it on my phone. Watch myself on the phone. At least I don't have to listen to me. Well, why am I so delayed? Are y'all not seeing that Google screen? Y'all didn't see a Google screen, did you? Nope, y'all didn't. Now, I don't know what I did. I had it up there before. Why is it not there now? Maybe I don't have it figured out. At least chat's still going. Hey, that's all that matters. We'll figure this out. Now you're not seeing it at all. Well, I had it up, but I don't know what I did. Oh, well, okay. I don't have any articles to pull up tonight anyway, but I was wanting to kind of learn how to do it. Wait a minute. Do y'all see that? I hate those crazy boxes. Yep, y'all see that? Okay. Now I know. Now I know. Woo! All right. And now I don't know how to get my face back up. Oh, I know. I got to click on the live. There we go. Okay. Now I know. Now I know what I have to do. Now let's hope and pray chat don't go away. There we go. All right. Okay. I don't have any articles to pull up tonight, but if I did, I could show them to you. That's all I wanted to know how to do for right now. Next thing is if I can learn to edit just a little bit, and I need an intro. But listen, step at a time, baby steps. Uh-oh, there the chat went. Oh my God. Okay, I'll get you back. See, every time I go to that, it loses the chat key. Oh, you know what? Maybe I need to lock it. Maybe that would help. Y'all been so good to me. Love your hearts. I'm telling you what's the truth. This old girl, boy, howdy. Now let me lock that baby in. Nope, that didn't do it. Yay! Oh, mercy. Oh, wait a minute. I sent you a link to music in Discord. Pick a song. Oh, love your heart. Do you know, Dax, this has been a non-stop day. I have not picked up my phone to do anything but talk. Unfortunately, and I will do that tomorrow. I promise. Thank you. And then, of course, you don't have to be in no hurry. I know how busy you are. No hurry whatsoever. I do have the key. Oh, Dex, to tag people on your cell phone, you just put the little @ sign in front of their name and with no space. Can I teach you something? Oh, that'd be awesome. Yep, to tag people, you just put the little squiggly A, don't make a space, and type their name, their screen name, and it pops up orange to them. You can't see it orange, but it pops up orange to them. Give her a try. Let's see if you can do it. It doesn't work on your iPhone? To put the little @ sign? No, it doesn't show on your iPhone, but it shows to the person. It don't show on my iPhone either. But when you hit send, when it pops it up on the... It would have to. Oh, I don't get the... Well, that's crazy, because mine's an iPhone. Let me tell you, I had to ask in Marv chat one night. I said, how do y'all make my name orange? They said, put the @ sign in front of whoever you're talking to. Oh! But the other night, I said, everybody types that to me. I don't know what that means. GSTY. What's that mean? Gutsy? I don't know what that means. And they typed out, good to see ya. And I thought, I'm a grandma. I'm not up with all the new stuff. My granddaughter wasn't here for me to ask her. She's 13. She can tell me anything. Oh, well, I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know. Let me tell you what, chat looks like it's going to be really calm tonight. I think we might have that all fixed, Mr. Dax. Try my own name. Yep, it's orange on mine. That's not showing it in chat, but it's showing it. Let me see. I forget I'm backwards now. See? West Virginia Prepared Mind, highlighted West Virginia Prepared Mind. Yep, I highlighted my own name. It's yellow where I'm the holder of the channel, and then it's orange where I put the @ in front of my name. Yep, old Jaystone got me orange. That's the only thing I can see. I can really see the mods because I'm dyslexic, and blue is better for dyslexia, so I have to write with blue pens. And if I'm going to read, I get one of those clear blue transparent plastic things. So if you know anybody dyslexic and it's hard for them to read, just get a blue transparency, and it helps. You're a lazy iPhone typer. Well, listen, you're allowed to be an lazy iPhone typer because you are not lazy when it comes to anything else. So you're allowed something. Listen, me and this old laptop and this phone, my granddaughter's the one that taught me how to use my iPhone when I first got one. She sure is. She's 13 now. All right. Well, y'all ready for your call? The call we were going to have last night, we're going to have our call tonight. Let me see. I need to get contacts or something. How old was I when I knew I was dyslexic? I was 29 years old after I got my kids in school and up in grades and started on my bachelor's degree, and class after class, a teacher would say to me, "Oh, you're dyslexic." And I'd say, "No, I don't think so." And finally, it just went on for so many years that one of my professors sat me down and said, "Yeah, let's, do this, do this, do this. Yep, you're dyslexic." And that was what was wrong. And I had my son tested when he went to college. Um, he had a teacher that would let him do oral spelling tests, and he made A's after that. So he went into junior high and high school and told anything that he had to write for tests that way. Asked his teachers, "Can I do it orally?" And they let him. And then we got him tested, and so he could get the audio books and stuff for college. But the first semester was over, and then he decided to go in the Marines before they ever gave him the stuff he needed. So I was grown. I was 20, 29, 30 years old the first time anyone ever suggested to me that's why I could not spell. And let me tell you, I love me some spell check. Woo! But it seems like as I've gotten older, my spelling's better. 1 minute. Take your time, Mr. Rogers. Take your time. But yeah, I had a time in school with spelling and math. But when I started grade school was 1965. So you were late 30s? Oh yeah, That's the dysgraphia that keeps you from being able to get the spelling words from your head to the paper, or your math from the head to the paper. You can do it in your head, but you just can't. It just doesn't work. Yep. Me and my son have that too. I can spell out loud way better than I can, if I'm trying to write something or type something, I have to spell it out loud to myself. That's my dysgraphia kicking in. Yep. Well, it is your neighborhood. But listen, y'all are all in my family. Yeah. Yep. The computer is much, much easier than trying to write out something. It's awful. I didn't realize that I was the only kid, and this is the hunt and peck type when you had to use the carbon paper to make a copy of anything on a typewriter. When I was in the 11th grade, I started typing everything, all my papers. My grades shot up. So I did that 11th and 12th grade. So I could always type better, but that was when you click, 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 ding, ding, the old typewriter. And then I got an electric one when I was a senior. Oh, I thought it was heaven. So if you thought, I thought an electric typewriter was good. You were the geek before we had geeks? Oh, man. Listen, I've always been pretty good at fixing anything. Never had a problem with, my laptop or anything. This OBS program has been beyond me. Let me tell you. But now that, I'm figuring out a little better, but I got a good little quick tutorial. I'll give you a text tomorrow, Dex, and you give me a call when you get a chance. It is so funny how I'm delayed on my phone. That is crazy. Oh, here we go. We got our caller. Hello there, Mr. Rogers. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm so relaxed now. I'm just got my family around me here and we laugh and talk and be silly. Even though you're chatting, it's still like we're talking. So
Awesome.
I'm so glad to have you on.
Okay, so let's start with probably something that everybody has, a window air conditioner.
Okay?
All right. So if most of you notice your air conditioner isn't working like it had previously in a couple days, the best thing you can do is just take the filter out and clean it.
Don't do like me and take it out and not put it back in.
No, please turn the unit off. Okay, here's the problem with air conditioners. They're gigantic vacuum cleaners for dust. So
Makes sense.
I would take and turn it off, then take your filter out. And most filters in window units are washable filters. Run the water, you get that little spray nozzle thing in your sink. I would spray it opposite the airflow. So when you take it out, pay attention to which way it goes back in, flip it around, and blow all the dust out the opposite way of the filter.
That makes sense.
Okay. Now, when you take it out of your window, don't just throw it in the basement. Take the cover off with a Phillips head screwdriver. Get your hose out and spray out both coils opposite way of airflow. So the coil that's on the outside, the one that's really hot on the outside of your window, that one you want to blow all the dirt and dust and pollen out of it. You don't want to blow it into the coil. And with your evaporator coil, remove your filter and the faceplate and everything and just blow it out with water the opposite way the air would flow into it. And when you see all the dust and dirt and muck come out, you're like, oh, interesting.
Oh, we lost you for a minute.
Where'd you lose me?
Interesting. That's all you said was, oh, interesting.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you'll see the dirt and muck pouring out of it. And you'll be all set for the next season. Let it dry out completely before you put it away. You can stand it up on end. You're not going to turn it back on again. Don't worry about the oil in the compressor leaking into the system. It's fine. It'll all drain back into the compressor. So, window air conditioners are easy. Split systems.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. What about What about those of us like at my camp? I've got 3 window units down there. One's not working hot, one's making a real rattly noise, but they are permanently in and caulked in. What do we do about that?
Okay.
You have to take them out?
Cut the caulking. I would cut the caulking, take them out, spray them all out. You really shouldn't caulk a window unit in. I mean, you could if you're gonna do a window unit permanently. I would cut a hole in the wall and sleeve it. That's how mine are.
Well, I couldn't keep the crack filled, so only one of mine's caulked that wasn't a tight fit. And I caulked it because bees were coming in. It would be easy to, cut the caulk, but, well, I won't do it because I can't lift the suckers. So, okay, moving on. I was just asking. But that explains why
So if you can't take it out, I mean, there is a solvent you can get, and you'd have to go right to an air conditioning place like Carrier or one of them. There's a little solvent you can get. I would just put that solvent in a little spray bottle, and then lightly rinse it off with a hose with no pressure on it, so you don't flood the inside of your house.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, with window air conditioners, it's a really touchy subject cleaning them while they're in because you don't want to pour all of that stuff into your house.
Gotcha.
But they do have like a degreasing solvent, and it'll cut through anything that's in there. We usually use those for rooftop units. But basically, I would think most people probably have a split system, which means there's a unit either in your attic or in your basement or hanging on your wall. It's probably a Sanyo or a Mitsubishi or one of those types, the ones that hang on the wall, the nice, pretty new ones there. They also have a filter that is washable. That's probably your first step on how to fix any air conditioner. Air conditioners need to breathe just like we do. So airflow is the number one killer for any air conditioning system. The first thing that happens is the filter gets dirty and the air conditioner doesn't feel like it's working properly. Then the evaporator coil will freeze up like a solid block of ice, and it won't work at all. So keeping it clean is your best bet constantly. Outside units, the biggest problem with them is lack of maintenance around them for most people. So people like to let grass grow up alongside of them, and they stack stuff up next to it like chairs, and anything that's going to block airflow from flowing across that coil is going to also hamper the operation of the air conditioning unit. So the outdoor unit is really the most important one to keep clean. On the wall next to any unit, probably within 3 feet, is what's called a disconnect. All you have to do is follow the little gray wire straight back to where your power comes in, the whip, they call that, and turn the power off. Take the top of the fan. It's held on by 4 little screws. You just take that off and lean it over to the side carefully, not to cut the wires that are connecting it. And reach in there with your garden hose and spray all the dirt the opposite way of airflow.
Okay.
You let it dry out, put the fan back on, turn the disconnect back on, go in the house, turn your thermostat on cool, turn your fan on auto, and turn the thermostat down. The best way to see if your unit is working perfectly is to measure your temperature at your return air area, so where the air is sucking in to the unit. You want to measure your temperature there of the air. Then go to any diffuser, which is where the air will be blowing out, and measure there. You should have a 15 to 20 degree difference in temperature. If you don't, then something is wrong.
Okay, say that again.
Okay, so you measure your return air. So let's say on a window air conditioner, the bottom.
No, I'm talking about the outside one.
You want me to do the whole outside one again?
Wasn't the outside one you were talking about measuring the temperature, that it should be a 10 to 15 degree difference?
Okay, no, that's inside your house.
Oh, okay,
put it all back together and turn it on.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
So if you notice something's wrong with your air conditioner, that's also a really easy way to figure out if something's wrong. You measure your temperature difference between the return air and your air feeding into the dwelling. See, a lot of people think that air conditioners blow cold air into the house, and really they don't. They just take the warm air and put it into a place where it is less desirable, like outside. It's a transfer of heat through refrigeration process in a closed system loop. And your outdoor air, if you put a thermometer on the fan, just above the fan, it should be between 30 and 35 degrees above ambient temperature. So if it's a 100-degree day, you should have 135 degree air blowing out of that fan. these are like simple checks before you put a gauge system on the air conditioner, which I don't expect any of you would have, but this could save you probably $150 for the first hour of a service guy's call to your house.
Kizzy wants to know about the Freon.
What do you want to know about Freon? I think everything is R22 right now. There's not many R12 systems left. They kind of outlawed that years ago. Other refrigerants are for refrigeration, really. I mean, I can get water down to, well, I've gotten water down to, let's see, 24 degrees. I think we had water running at, but you have to run it with a glycol system and in a chiller, which is a totally different system. I don't think anyone will have a chiller in their house. That's usually bigger buildings. But if your Freon leaks out, you may as well throw the unit away. You're not going to be able to get refrigerant, a vacuum pump, gauges. It's a very expensive fix if you have a Freon leak, unless you know somebody with all the equipment.
Gotcha. I think I've got a little, like, I don't know, 4-foot tall refrigerator. It's got a little freezer with it at the camp that I think they laid it down when they moved it. It's a brand new refrigerator. They just wanted a bigger one at my son's office. And I took it down to my camp, plugged it up, runs fine, but it's not cold. So I was wondering if, like, one of those little gauges and Freon, like you put in your car, if you could re-Freon one of those.
Oh yeah, you can add Freon. Like I said, you need to be a tech to do that. But I used to go to the dump and pick up air conditioners that people thought were no good and repair them and just sell them on the side of the road for $30-40 each. And we're on that now. The guy that owns the building doesn't understand why my air conditioners don't need to be replaced yet, and I just keep laughing at him and telling him I told him, this is what I used to do, so I kind of know how to fix it, Same thing with your refrigerator. Slide it away from the wall and clean all the dust out of it, off of the back. These things are like gigantic vacuum cleaners for dust. That's all they draw is dust onto them. So if you clean the dust off regularly, if you clean all the dust off regularly, you can save yourself a lot of headaches down the road. The simplest preventative maintenance every 3 months is like the best way to do things.
Every 3 months? Listen. It ain't happening at this girl's house. I'm just going to be honest with you. Let me tell you. Well, now listen, I keep my outside unit. It's always clear around that. And that is true, y'all, about putting anything around your outside unit. My sister had some work done at her house, and they stacked up stuff against her outside unit, and she didn't know it. And let me tell you, she had to get that sucker repaired. Oh, my Lord. And that stuff's expensive.
Yeah, it'll smoke a compressor quick.
Yep. And she didn't even know the stuff was there. And it wasn't packed tight. It was just some stuff leaned up against it. But it shot that thing. I think from the time that she figured they left it, it was just a couple of weeks. And her air conditioner was out.
Yep, that'll do it. So people used to put, for computer rooms, they used to put, they would block off part of the coil. And they found that doing that actually worked the compressor a lot harder than what it should have been. I used to set up a lot of computer rooms. So what they did instead is they made like a fan cycling switch on the head pressure from the compressor. So it would turn the fan off and allow the pressure to build up in the condensing unit. And then it would cycle the fan on, and because it's like almost winter time, see, I'm in Connecticut, so we get winter here. So the cold air across that coil would cool it so fast that it wouldn't allow the refrigerant to flash at the proper temp. So So hence the cycling of the fan on and off. It's an annoying thing to listen to, I'm sure, but people with computer rooms didn't seem to mind all that much. They kept in business in the winter easily. Or a lot of them, we were trying to talk them into doing just a fresh air intake into their computer room, but not many people really understood that back then. I'm sure nowadays they're getting around to that now. But there's several things you can do with air conditioners. It's not hard. I would say preventative maintenance is your best bet. You'd never have to buy an air conditioning unit ever again. And don't go sticking the knife or anything like that near the coils. It's very soft copper, and you will poke a hole in it and get an oil bath.
Oh, Lord. And you tear it up. I wouldn't stick no knife in, and I ain't that crazy.
Well, there are people that do it all the time with their freezers. You know, you got to defrost that freezer quick, stick a knife in there and scrape up all that ice. And people don't understand that's the actual evaporator coil that you're scraping on. And I've had to look at people and go, yeah, you really just destroyed your refrigerator. I'm so sorry to have to tell you this, but I can't fix that.
Yeah.
So if you have to defrost, if you have an old, and I mean it has to be really old if you need to defrost your freezer nowadays, but if you ever have to do it, the best way to do it is to take everything, put it in a cooler with ice, and I would say unplug it for a couple hours and wipe it all out. You can check your gaskets on your refrigerators with a simple little check with a $1 bill. If you could put a $1 bill in your refrigerator door, if you can slide it out without any lag, any kind of effort at all, just with two little fingers, if it doesn't give you any resistance, then you need a new gasket on your door. It's like the simplest way to check your refrigerator gaskets. Don't wash them with any bleach or any ammonia. Just use warm soapy water and wipe them clean, I would say maybe every 2 months, and you'll never have a problem with your refrigerator.
Well, that sounds good. Yeah, you got to pull them out and do stuff to the back, but the back of the one I have now, it seems like everything's on the inside.
Yep, inside and underneath.
Yeah.
Mostly nowadays inside and underneath, and everything has its own little defrost on it, so people probably open their refrigerator up one morning and they got a little puddle of water sitting on the top shelf or on top of their stuff. That means that you're put a pan of hot water in the freezer. Yeah, that's a really bad idea. Putting a pan of hot water in a freezer is a really bad idea. See, refrigerant reacts to heat. So you're really thinking that you're cooling it off when you're actually you're not heating it up at all. You're making it colder. So you're not going to defrost it that quickly. That's kind of called a hot pull down. You drive the refrigerant into it. It's not a very good way to do it. Yeah, like I said, the best way to defrost something, warm air. We don't want to add anything that's going to add a liquid which makes more water in an air conditioning system. Air conditioning systems and refrigeration systems are just big, huge dehydrators, basically. So, like I was saying, if you have the newer refrigerator types, you probably want to clean the drain line from where your defrost water is coming out of the freezer. It's that little spot just behind the light is a drain. There's a drain line there. It's a little tricky. You have to be very careful with it. But I was packing a cigarette there, Kizzy. Sorry. So I would be careful taking anything apart in there. They're little plastic parts with little snap-on clips, and they break easy just for that purpose. But the best thing to do, they have these little tablets that they cut down on the little algae that builds up in those pans, or you could just put a little tiny bleach in it, and I just make sure I clean out the pan behind it when I'm done. And it seems to be working pretty well. I used to get a bunch of water in there like every month or so, every 2 months or so.
Oh, okay.
Now, people that cook, if you cook soup, let it cool to room temperature before you go shoving it in the refrigerator. You're costing yourself an arm and a leg on your electric bill. All you're doing is making your refrigerator pull down that temperature, and I mean, it'll do it, but I don't know how much electricity is in your area, but I don't really want to pay for my refrigerator to run for 2.5 hours when it doesn't have to.
And just a pot of hot soup will do that? We leave ours out till it's room temperature anyway, everybody eating on it, and then just microwave it, but I have put my potatoes, making potato salad in the refrigerator to cool them off faster.
Well, you know, if you just made ice cubes before you did potato salad and then just dump the ice cubes into the potato salad, that'll cool them off too. Keep your potatoes in a colander and it'll drain the water off.
Yeah, because I run water over them anyway.
Yeah. But, air conditioning, refrigeration, all that, it's not really that hard. It's just the thought process of what isn't the unit doing. So with those simple checks, you can probably, the very first thing you should check on your air conditioning unit is the thermostat. Please make sure it's in the air conditioning or the heat position before you go calling a technician. I don't know how many calls I've gone to and have had to look at the customer and go, when I called you and asked you if the thermostat was on, and you gave me that cocky answer of course the thermostat's on. I'm sorry, but I have to charge you for 1 hour to click your thermostat on. I have to apologize, but that is why I asked you before I got here. So, yeah, I've gotten a lot of calls back at companies I work for going, well, this technician just came and turned on the thermostat. And they're like, yeah, did he ask you that question? It seems like he wrote it right here on the paperwork. So that's usually the very first problem is people hit it when they're cleaning and don't realize they turned the switch to off instead of it being on AC or heat. Make sure your fan is on auto. Work better if it's full. Does the fridge work better if it's full? Well, the refrigerator and the freezer work much better if they are packed correctly. So you don't want to block any airflow off. The best thing to do is to stand things up and make sure you have airflow that can get around everything. But the fan is the most important part. The things you want colder, put them at the bottom. The things that don't require as much cold, put them on the door. The freezer, the same thing. If you're going to pack your freezer full, it's not going to work as well. Try to make it so you can get airflow away from that fan on the back wall or on the very top part.
Oh, Lord. I'm the queen of packing the freezer, buddy. Let me tell you. Yeah, buddy. Now, the refrigerator, I don't think refrigerator's clean unless it's half empty. I don't know what that's all about. But I don't ever have a lot of stuff in the refrigerator. But the freezer, man, oh man, especially in the summer with ice cream and popsicles and all that stuff for the kids. I've got a side-by-side. Listen, I will never own another side-by-side.
No, I would never suggest a side-by-side to anybody. And I'll be honest with you, the new freezers they're coming out with, they're putting the freezer box on the bottom and the refrigerator on the top. Not a very efficient way to do it since cold air drops automatically. I mean, you're freezing the box on the bottom and then you're relying on 2 fans now to circulate it through the refrigerator versus putting the freezer on the top and just letting the cold air sink into the refrigerator box. with a little tiny fan that's, 10 cents. You see what they did here?
Yeah.
Yeah, they made more work for their brand to be repaired.
And run more electricity, right?
Of course, but it has that Energy Star rating on it now, so it's all good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, what's that mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, I had one of those front load washers save you water. Man, that thing drove my mom crazy, and I was scared to death she was going to break that washer. She opened the little door for the fabric softener and bleach, and she'd pour extra water in it till she could see all the bubbles she wanted to see.
Interesting. That's so funny. I think I stood in front of my sister has one of those new smart washers, and I think I stood in front of it for 15 minutes going, all right, so how do you load this thing? Because there's no center piece in it. And they're like, oh no, you just throw all the clothes in there, and then it runs so it balances all the clothes, and then it starts adding water. And I was like, are you kidding me? It doesn't seem very smart to me. So yeah, they're trying to make things a little ridiculous now, and it doesn't seem like it's much easier on anybody.
Listen, at my one little house, it's got a plain old open up the top door for the freezer, and then the full refrigerator behind it. Just a plain old, like we all used to have. It was in the house when I bought it. And then I've got this old fancy side by side with the water and all that stuff on the front of it here. Let me tell you, this sucker goes out, I just want a plain old refrigerator. And I want a plain old washer and dryer. This front load stuff I got down here, nope, I will never pay that money again. Just give me the plain old stuff. Works just as good.
That's what I have. I have all the old-fashioned stuff. I don't have any. The only new tech stuff I have is just my electronics, my TV.
Does it have 1970 food in it? No, don't have no 1970 food in it. It's got fresh food in it, but let me tell you, it'll hold more.
It definitely will.
That little refrigerator at the other house is far less cubic whatever. What are they measured by? Cubic feet?
Cubic foot per inch.
Yeah.
Usually per refrigerator, yeah.
It's smaller than my side by side, and I can get twice as much in that one as I can this one that's way bigger. I mean, I have to get on a stool to see on, top of this one to clean it off, and the other one, I just got a little 2-foot step thing, down there. I mean, it's not that big at all. I can get twice as much in that thing. Yeah, buddy.
Fridges don't have that.
I've got a little stand up.
Chevy says fridges don't have agitators. No, they certainly don't have agitators. We switched it up a little.
Yeah. No.
So, chest freezer or stand-up freezer, either or. I would say the chest freezers are really good, as long as you can't put it right against the wall, though. That's the only thing. Make sure you leave yourself about, I would say, 6 inches to 8 inches away from the wall, because remember, the compressor, that condenser coil has to reject the heat to somewhere. So as long as it can reject that heat and it's not getting blocked by the wall, it should work fine constantly.
I finally have a little chest freezer. It's not very big. It's probably only, I don't know, 3.5 feet wide, maybe 4 feet wide. I don't know how big it is. That's, not very big, but my son was doing an appraisal and they were selling the house, or the people were moving in with their kids or something. And they were telling him what they were selling, and he said, oh, how much you want for the chest freezer? I mean, it looks brand new, inside and out. Didn't even look like they'd ever used it. $25. He said, sold. So now I have a little freezer. But let me tell you, we put it beside the refrigerator in that little kitchen down there. Let me tell you, it is so easy to set stuff on top of that thing to get it out of the way. Well, then I have to clean everything off of it to get in the freezer. So.
Wow. Sounds just like my sister's house.
Well, let me tell you, it's not.
Every time I go there, I take all the stuff off of it and put it all away, and they go, what are you doing? I said, well, kind of helping you out here. Don't worry about it.
It's always got
Yeah,
pop or
airflow.
something on it. You know, we'll put the boxes pop on it, or somebody comes in. I'm not necessarily so bad. I'm the one that keeps it cleaned off in case I want in it. But there's always somebody come in, put a couple boxes of pop on it, or, you know, boxes of cereal on it, or, you know, there's always something on it. You have to move off to open the thing up. But right now, man, I've got to get down there. I'll bet you those egg noodles have been in that freezer freezing 2 months for me to freeze them to show y'all a better, as soon as I got my tripod, how to vacuum seal them. I don't know. They'll probably break into, they're freeze dried by now.
Yeah, but that's all right. all that stuff that was alive in there is now gone.
Oh, it's definitely dead in those egg noodles, let me tell you. There's a bag, I don't know, I've got 2 or 3 bags down there.
Yeah, I do the same thing with all
Oh,
my
that reminds me, I forgot the brake
yeah.
bleeder thing this weekend. I've got to go get a brake bleeder, and we got to try that.
Oh, yeah, that would be a cool idea. Okay,
I
so
always
I saw
remember
a question.
everything when I'm on live with y'all. It's too late then.
I saw a question about freezers on platforms. Yes, get yourself an old pallet. They give them away for free. Beef it up a little tiny bit. You can cut it in half and just put all the boards so it's actually a lot stronger. And then put it under your freezer. Up off the floor is always the best way. Don't forget, key tip, air conditioner, refrigerator equals gigantic vacuum cleaner for dust in your house.
I know. I always have to keep that little thing clean on the front of the bottom of my refrigerator.
Yep. Stay clean. The less dust, the better.
It's not as bad now. There's not as much traffic in and out. But man, when it used to be a full house all the time, whew, that thing would get dirty easy. Now,
Yeah, if you're a smoker too, like if you smoke in your house and you have a window air conditioner, I would be pulling that filter out. I clean mine out every 2 weeks. And you'd be surprised at how it really cuts the performance of the air conditioner.
yeah, I bet it is, Dex. Let me tell you, I clean those filters on my air conditioners at the camp when I start the new season every year. And I think I took the filter out of one of them, didn't put it back in. One in my bedroom.
Oh, heck.
It's not cooling as good as it used to.
Yeah, because okay.
Full of dust.
So the best way to clean that is to just get, like I said, a little spray bottle with just a little bit of water, and spray it on the coil. Get an old toothbrush. Be very gentle, and just go from the top of the coil to the bottom of the coil. Make sure you don't crush over the little fins. The aluminum fins are very gentle.
Yeah, they are.
Make sure you don't crush them over, and just gently take all of the gunk that you will collect on that toothbrush out. If you can't get stuff out of there, get a toothpick. It's a really monotonous job, but running an air conditioner without a filter is probably the worst thing you can do for that coil.
Probably.
Or, like I said, if you can take it out of the windows, bring it outside and just spray it out and let it all dry out. Make sure it is all dry before you put it back in. There are electronics in there, and you don't want to like trip your brake or do anything like that. So I would make sure it's completely dried out. The other thing is, if you lose power and it quickly turns back on again, none of your air conditioning equipment will start. It'll start again. Your compressor won't start. What happens is when the electricity trips, there's a safety on the compressor. It trips that safety. So you have to leave the unit off for about 5 to 10 minutes. So it resets the safety on the compressor. It's basically a heat disk safety. And when it gets jolted with that electricity, like before the electricity shuts off, you get a jolt of electricity through the system. I'm not sure how many people really know that. But what it does is it heats that sensor up and it allows it to open, allowing no electricity to go through the circuit. So a lot of people, I don't know about where you guys are, we get a lot of power jumps here where the power will just flicker for 5 seconds. It'll kick your air conditioner off and it'll never start the compressor again.
Oh.
So just a little tip, if you notice that the power had tripped off, just turn off the air conditioner for like 5 minutes. The refrigerators don't really run like an air conditioner, so IQ Air, whole house filtration. Is that the electronic one, Dex?
It's cool.
24/7. That's some
Terry
air.
cleans her filters every 10 days. Man, oh man, are you on the ball?
Well, the electronic ones, if that's what Dex is talking about in his, you gotta wipe them down, I would say, every month. Every 2 months, I would slide it out. His is probably in his attic, or it's, like I said, the evaporator or fan unit is either in an attic or it's under the house, if the houses have crawl spaces, or it could be on your boiler, actually. Well, not your boiler,
Gosh,
but
we're
if you have like a warm...
do y'all hear the echo? We're getting replay on him. Do you have it on the computer? Yeah. All of a sudden.
Yep, 4 big filters, right. Yeah, okay, Dex. Yeah, that's an electronic one. They work pretty good, but you have to annually. Oh, are they pleated filters?
Do you
can
hear
do that yourself.
We're hearing replay.
That's weird.
Remember the other night we had a call that was doing the replay? Who was that?
Yeah.
Roger report on?
That's really weird because nothing else is on.
It's doing the same thing.
Oh my.
Let me call you back. Because that seemed like it stopped it when I called you back. I called him back. Let me try it.
Alright.
Okay. Bye-bye. Isn't that odd how that happens? I don't know why it does that. Hasn't happened often. Okay, we'll just call back. Could y'all hear that? It was replaying us in the background. Oh, CJ said she heard it. I mean, it just started all of a sudden. Yeah, now that's better. It just started all of a sudden, just like it did with Badger.
How funny. So, yeah, Dex probably has pleated filters in his unit. And actually, you could change them yourself, Dex. You don't have to have a tech come in and do it. And we used to do the pleated filters in between 3 and 5 months. But they sell them at Home Depot, and actually you can order them on super thick filtered layers. Yeah, V-shape. Yep, that's a pleated filter, and some of them have like a little mesh on them. Yeah, those are probably the best filters you can get. You'll get just about, I can't remember the actual micron count on it, but you'll get some clean air out of those. That's what I would use if I was back in a house again and I had a unit. Definitely cleaner air.
Oh, I have a question. What about our air conditioning vents in the floor? Are you supposed to run vacuum cleaner hose down and vacuum those things out?
Yeah, you could. But I mean, a good filter won't let dust. That's your air flow into the house. So that's where your air is blowing in. Where you want your filtering to take place is on the return side. So where the air gets sucked into the unit. That's probably in the hallway. It's probably a big vent.
Yep.
12 by 18
Mine's
or 12
20,
by 12.
Mine's 20 by 20.
Okay, a 20 by 20. So you've got a good return unit. There should be a filter right on that, actually.
Oh, yeah, I'll change that when I remember it.
And then there's another
when that outside grate starts to look dusty, I'll think, oh, it's time to change my filter.
Yeah, it's actually past time, but yeah.
And it's right when I come out my bedroom door, so it's the first thing I see when I walk out my bedroom door, and I go, oh, I see dust there. I better change that filter.
Yeah, a lot of people just take a broom and sweep it right in because it's so easy. It sucks the dust right in. You know how many old ladies I had tell me that, and I went, no, what are you doing? No, don't do that.
Yeah, well, one time I took the filter out, and I thought, oh, I'll run to Lowe's and get a filter. Well, I got sidetracked, and God only knows how long it was before. Well, I'll tell you when I remember that filter was when the air conditioner started not acting right. And I went downstairs with the repair guy, and there was gobs of dust inside my air conditioning unit that had gunked up my fan.
Okay.
So don't ever leave your filter out. I forgot.
No. You have forced warm air at your house, huh?
No, my house stays cool.
No. For the winter.
Yes. I
Yeah.
have two separate units. My air conditioning unit outside is electric, but the one inside is gas.
Right. No, I know what you have. Yeah.
Okay.
I know how your setup is.
Yeah.
So on your unit, the furnace makes your heat in the winter. In the summer, it's your air conditioning unit.
Well, they're two separate units, but they're piped in the same hoses and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So what they do is they put the coil, the evaporator coil, sits on top of the warm air furnaces. It's an A coil. It's shaped like an A. So the air can flow around and through the whole thing, and then they put a plenum, otherwise known as a box of sheet metal, basically, and they just screw it to it with an access door so you can get in there and clean the coil if ever need be. Considering, somebody might have not put a filter in. But,
I know. Well, and
filters, there should be a filter behind it, too, that slides into the unit. So there should be two filters on that unit, not one.
I don't think there's a filter downstairs in anything.
Yeah, that's called a ham and egger job. We used to call that. Or a hacker, they hacked it in. They didn't feel like cutting the door in. So they put the filter in the return air plenum out near your bedroom there. That's where they put the filter instead. We used to do one there and then one that slides in right before the fan, so the air coming into the unit has a secondary filter just to catch all the dust.
Listen, if I had two filters to change, I'd be in trouble. It's hard enough for me to. I knew that other one was dirty the other day, and I accidentally happened to find a new filter. I thought, oh my God, I bought a triple pack. I was thrilled to death that I was going to be able to put a clean filter in that thing the other day. I'm not good at that kind of stuff. Now, I'm OCD about other things, but not that.
You can get them. You can get them by the case. I can't remember the name of the place we used to go to. One of those. I can't remember it now. They have a book out that you can get just about anything from. One of those big, huge supply chains. But they all have. I mean, you could just look up filters online nowadays, I'm sure, and probably get bulk rate on them. Is there such a thing as a better filter, like better for your lungs? Yeah, filters that are pleated are better. They take the dust microns almost to zero. And you can get different types of pleated filters. There are better ones. There are more expensive. I mean, there are filters that are like $200, but...
Oh, my word. How long do they last?
Oh, they're throwaways, but they last... I mean, they take the finest dust out of everything. There will be no dust in your house.
I used to get some filters when I lived in North Carolina. I can't even remember the brand. Those were the best filters, and I've tried them. It was for everything in the world it was supposed to filter, and I did have 2 returns in that house.
Yep.
And it was amazing. Those filters were amazing. I've tried every brand here I don't remember what brand it was. Of course, that was probably 15 years ago. I could not find another filter that was as good as that. And they weren't that expensive. I mean, any more expensive than anything else. Mountain Man, I'm not going to be on till 6 o'clock in the morning. My schedule's changed. I now have to get my grandchild at 7:30 every morning. So from now on, I'm going to have some sleep. I can't be going to bed at 7, sleeping till 1 anymore. So we will probably only be on maybe 30, 40 more minutes, and then I'm going to have to get a little bit of sleep before I get that baby. So we're going to need to plan when I'm not getting the baby, which will probably from now on be, he'll be here spending the night with me on Friday night, so we can do it on a Friday night, we can do it on a Saturday night, but every other night I have to be up at 7 in the morning. So whatever you want to do, Friday or Saturday night, we can plan it. Go ahead, Scott. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it was easier than answering his text.
You don't have to worry about that.
But we want you back on. Everybody's been asking when you're going to come back on. So if you're available Friday or Saturday night, let me know. And I'll be sure to announce it to everybody and put it on Twitter and let everybody know because they like your calls. So, okay. And everybody's liking your call, Scott. This is a great topic.
Okay, for a furnace, filters for a furnace are the same filters you can get for an air conditioning unit. Pleated filters, I would say, are the best way to go nowadays. And they do have HEPA filters. I mean, they're more expensive, but really what you want to look at is the microns of dust that you're removing. I think that would be the more important. 2x2. Mine is 2x2 goes under the table and oh, okay. Okay. Return in the floor. Yeah, that's a good one. That's the best vacuum of all. I would change that filter every 2 months. But if there's any other questions, I mean, oh, hold on. Yeah.
I've never heard of that, Dex, a UV light.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. They just started coming out with that when I was just getting out of working there, doing air conditioning work. But it's a pretty interesting theory. So the UV light is kind of like it's like an oxygenator, basically. That's what the electronic plates do too. They have electronic plates that are negatively charged, and the dust is positively charged, so all the dust sticks to the electronic plate. The UV light burns off that dust, and you don't have to clean that filter setup as much.
Oh, mold spores. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty neat what they've come up with as far as technology went. But I jumped, helps kill mold spores. Yep, definitely. Yeah, it definitely kills mold spores quick.
Jeez.
That's a good setup you got, Dex.
Yeah, Dex got a high-tech mess going on in his house, let me tell you.
Yeah, he probably paid a pretty penny for it, too, but it's definitely worth it. I mean, nowadays, that's kind of how I would do it.
Gosh, I paid $10,000 for mine 8 years ago, and the guy ran all that stuff all the way across the garage, and then I put a family room in half the garage, and the guy came in, another guy came in, the guy that I usually use, but he wasn't available. He said, oh my Lord, he did this whole thing completely wrong. I hadn't used the heat yet. He said, if you'd turned the heat on, it'd have probably exploded your house.
Oh, yeah. I've been to places like that. I've had to turn people's heat off and look at them and go, look, you're going to have to go to a hotel tonight. We can't fix your unit because there's a crack in the heat exchanger, and you're breathing in carbon monoxide, and I can't let you do that. Sorry. And people go, well, I won't tell anybody. I was like, no, because you'll be dead. Do you understand? You won't tell anybody. You'll be dead.
The only good thing about mine is it came with a lifetime warranty, so I can call and somebody can fix it and they bill the person. That's all she wrote.
Best thing to do. Now, let's see. Kizzy had a question about a swamp cooler and winterizing it. I would get on the swamp cooler, I would look for the nameplate or the brand name plate, and I would just look up how to winterize it online. Each manufacturer has their own little specific way that they want things done. But that's usually the best way. Swamp coolers are really, I hate to say it, they're like heat pumps. They're crap out of the box. And in certain areas they work great, and in different areas they don't. Like, I'm sure Jay Stone probably has a heat pump down where she lives. So because it doesn't get very cold in Florida, they don't require a ton of heat. What the air conditioner does is it runs in reverse. It's got a reversing valve in it. So instead of taking the cold, it flips the entire air conditioning system.
That's what mine was in North Carolina. It was just one unit.
Yeah. Yep, because it doesn't get very cold there. Well, they tried putting them here in Connecticut, and they found that they had to install a lot of electric heat backup in it. So they're not very good in cold areas. A lot of calcium. Yep, they'll have tablets for that too at air conditioning places. They have pan tablets, and they have calcium tablets that'll cut down on the calcimite buildup in anything. And like, you as an average person can walk into these air conditioning places like Carriers, and I'm trying to think of who else is out there. Sid Harvey's, probably see a lot of those around. Sid Harvey's, I know they were big. But you can walk right in there. You don't need to be a contractor or a licensed technician, and you can tell him what your deal is, and he'll sell you the right stuff you need. If he's a
Listen, I pick up the phone and call William and say, come and look at this thing. And that's the end of it. He's my heating and air guy, and he don't charge hardly anything at all.
There you go.
The biggest repair I've had from him cost me, I don't know, I had him to put a heating unit in the family room down there, one of them little gas heater things, and I had to pay for the unit, and he plumbed it and did all that and charged me $100. So if I got a problem, I pick up the phone, call William.
Best thing to do.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, thrift store prepper, we'll open your package in a little bit. Look here. And you put Dora the Explorer on there. That was cute. My grandbaby went crazy. He ripped one off the top right out of the mailbox. So it made him happy. Old oil furnace, Carolyn Lowe's saying.
Okay. What about it? Get rid of it. Get gas. Sorry. Get propane, actually. This way you can have a 250-gallon tank outside your house and never worry. You can run your stove off of it, too. Oil is a mess. Really. I hated working on oil because you smell like oil for 3 days after you work on oil.
Really?
It permeates into everything. The best thing you do with oil is have it serviced every single year. Make sure they change the oil filter. Make sure they change the fuel nozzle with a brand new fuel nozzle, and tell them, I want all my old parts, so you can see that they've changed them. Because I've run across quite a few guys that don't like to change the oil nozzle, and then 2 months down the line in the dead of winter, your boiler or your furnace won't start. Just won't start. I don't know what happened. The other tip for oil is when it goes out and you go into your basement and you press that little red reset button, do not do that more than once. And if you do, please tell the technician that you did, so he can burn off the fuel before he gets a face full of fire. Oh, you're gonna open your package?
No, I'm gonna wait till you're done. I'm done. Thrift store prepper, do you need to get off here, or do we have time to keep going on with
I
our
could
heating
jump in
cooling.
chat.
Huh? No!
I could jump in chat.
That's all right. If he's going to hang out with us for a while, we're good. We don't want to open a package and run him off. We like Thrift Store Prepper. There's old Alfred. How are you, buddy?
Definitely. TSP is the man.
He got a diesel oil boiler in 2019 model. I didn't know they had such thing. But you're in Alaska.
Diesel is really good. That's what I would use. If I was up in Alaska, yeah, I'm sure you don't see many diesel operations up there. Not many trips from the truck, I bet. You should be burning wood. Come on, man. I'll teach you how to build a wood stove with a heating coil in it and a simple 007 circulator. You could heat your place up from outside and run hot water in and circulate it through your place.
Really?
That easy.
I've got, the other house has gas hot water baseboard heat.
Yep. That's just what I told them how to hook up.
You can't get replacement
stove.
parts anymore.
Sure you can.
Not here.
For what, baseboard?
Yeah, you can't get the covers or the tops if they get scratched and...
Oh, yeah, no, that's another trick played on everyone by the heating industry.
Yep.
You can get them. You can get them. The best place to go are those, you ever see those old places that have, like, they collect junk to resell? There's a lot of places there that have the old steam, remember the old steam radiators?
Yes.
Yeah, you can find them at those places, too. They have all kinds of covers for your heat, and then you just paint them. But really, the cover is just there to stop kids touching it and cutting their fingers.
Yeah. Yeah, those are little thin, wiry things. No, mine's fine down there, but the duplex, one of those sides got messed up. But they tell us we can't get a boiler. They said they're all discontinued.
No.
Can't get a boiler.
All right, here's the thing. You can't get a boiler where you're at because you would have to rip out your entire air system. You already have forced warm air heat.
No. At the duplex, there's already one of those boiler units there with the baseboard hot water heat. They're telling me you can't get any replacements. It's all discontinued. You have to get all something new.
They're lying. For you, not a problem. I can get one here in Connecticut and ship it to you. So they're full of beans. Let's put it that way.
The boiler?
That's called a major hacker contractor. He wants to steal your money by telling you this is an obsolete part. They don't make obsolete parts anymore for boilers. If you have something that's made, I would venture to guess, after 1988, you can get any part you need for it.
These were probably put in when it was built in 1972.
Okay, yeah, you could probably still get parts for them. I mean, parts are parts, really.
You can't get parts here. I might have to find out what part I need and send you money and have you ship it to me. Wouldn't that be something?
Let me know.
Christmas.
It's really easy, and when you're cleaning off your nameplate, don't spray anything on it. Try to just shine light on it first. It's the plate that's on every piece of equipment. All you need is the model number and the serial number, and you can look it up online and get any part you need.
Never thought about it. That side's empty. Nobody's in there. We don't need heat, so.
So Granger's is the place I was thinking about. Granger's is the place you can get almost all parts, all filters, all bulk stuff that you need. It's more for like businesses to order out of, but it definitely is the best book to order stuff from. Granger's. GRAINGERS.
I'm going to have to check it out. Yeah, that's crazy. We haven't had heat on that side of the duplex over there probably 3 or 4 years because they said we couldn't get it.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably.
But it's empty.
You want to know what it probably is?
What?
I'm going to tell you what it is right now. It's probably a bad expansion tank. So there's probably an air slug in the heating, in the piping line, because air gets trapped in closed systems too. And you need an expansion tank that lets that air out, basically. If you
The
don't have
little
a good
tank that's on the side of the unit?
The big round tank with the little air
on the side of the
like you
unit?
fill up your bike tire.
That's piped to the
Somewhere
side of
on
the unit?
side.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That has an air separator, right? It screws into the bottom of an air separator. If the air separator is put in wrong, the heat'll never work either. I've seen that hundreds of times.
Huh.
So, I mean, really, it would take probably 7 minutes with your phone and a short video, and I can tell you what's going on with it.
My goodness. Well,
yeah,
that place over there is over my pay grade. I'm not
in.
in charge of it, but I will keep that in mind when they decide, if they decide to ever do anything with it. Because it's just sitting empty.
Yeah,
we're using it for storage.
A whole duplex?
One side of the duplex, 3-bedroom, living room, kitchen's just used for storage. The living room and one bedroom is just storage.
That's a ton of rent.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We're picky. We don't want any more neighbors over there. We like the street quiet.
That's one way to keep it quiet.
So, cheaper than a storage building.
Rental, right?
Yep, cheaper than a storage building.
There you go. Oh, definitely. It's definitely cheaper than a storage unit.
Yep. Yeah, that's some closet. Yeah, it is. Let me tell you.
Air conditioning conspiracy. Yeah, that's it. No, that's just greedy contractor conspiracy.
Yeah, that's fine.
And there's a lot of it, unfortunately. Unfortunately, there is a lot of it.
I went to the thrift store called Cherry Picker. They want $150 for a used computer desk. Oh my goodness. You know that stuff and TV stands, those things for a big old TV, those things are expensive. Lord have mercy.
Yeah. And cheap.
Yeah, they're cheap
Most of them are pressed wood.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And if they do have real wood in them, they got that laminate crap on the front of it that cracks and chips easy.
Yep. As soon as you put it in the sun. Yes, plumbing conspiracies too. That's where I started doing plumbing work.
Let me tell you, we don't have good heating and plumbing companies here. I mean, the one little guy that I use, he stays so busy that if there's a, winter first starts and everybody realizes it's hard to get a hold of him sometimes. Now, he's a family friend and he'll kind of hurry. He'll even come here at 9 o'clock at night. That's not too bad. At least he gets to me and he don't charge me a whole lot. But everybody else, man, you got to wait 3 or 4 months sometimes to get an appointment.
Yeah,
you could come down here and make a fortune, Scott.
It's why do you think I went into that business?
Yep.
I looked in the newspaper when I got out of the military and I went, okay, where's the most jobs? Wow, HVAC tech, HVAC tech, HVAC tech, HVAC tech. I was like, oh, I think that might be a good one to go into. And I went to school for a year, and they took all my military time for my apprenticeship. So I had to do, I think, a year and a half apprenticeship, and then I got my S2 license. And then I got my universal EPA license, which means I can work on any piece of equipment, any piece of refrigeration equipment anywhere in the United States of America.
Oh,
Which is good money when you're talking chillers, because there's not very many people out there that can work on chillers. So, yeah, I was making good money until I got run over by an 18-wheeler.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
I know, that's awful. I hate that.
It happens. Like I say, life can change in a matter of a minute.
Oh, tell me about it.
I don't have to. You get it. I know you do.
Jiminy Christmas. Who would ever thought?
It's a shame, too, really. It is a shame.
I might feel better if I could say it was an 18-wheeler, but, you know, some stalker, crazy person, you know.
Well, that's what happened to me after the accident when I tried to go back to work and then couldn't work, and then the company I was with got all bent out of shape. 3 years later, when I started to go back to work again, they blackballed me.
This is Scott Rogers on the phone. He's a heating and plumbing expert. He's been telling us how to keep our air conditioners going. He's found out I'm not a good patient.
Most people aren't, though. That's why it's such a lucrative business.
Yep.
If people realized how easy it really is, and I just told you all how easy it is. As soon as you don't have a 20-degree difference in temperature between your supply and your return air on your air conditioner, there's a problem.
Oh, that's pretty bad through a store prepper. Gosh.
You should always have a 15 to 20 degree difference on that split.
That's something. Does anybody else have any more questions for Scott? Remember, y'all, I got to turn in early, and hopefully Marv will have his schedule out. We'll get something like, you know, because he's been about 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so maybe we can do something 11 to 2 or something every night. We'll find out what his schedule is, and we'll fix our schedule, but I'll have to sleep a little bit anyway. And I got a new door jamb present today while I was having my nap. So I've got a big old fancy door jamb for my front door now.
There you go. Good job.
Yeah, I woke up and there was something laying across the pack and play, and I thought, what in the world is this? Because I've been up all night, and I thought, well, the grandkids are here, the baby mama's home, you know, the two were 13, and it was her time, you know, to be watching the baby anyway. And I said, well, while y'all are here to watch me, I'm going to go take a nap. And I woke up, of course, everybody was gone by the time I woke up. Front door wide open. I thought, Lord have mercy, you people. What do you not understand? Left the front door wide open to bring me a door jamb and lay it at the foot of my bed on a pack and play. Now, what sense does that make? Left me sleep and left the door wide open, but brought me a door jamb. Put it where I'd see it first thing.
Okay, I got a question. Why do starting capacitors burn out? Well, it's actually not the starting capacitor that's burning out. It's the compressor getting older, and it requires more of a jolt to start it. So they're probably telling you the starting capacitor burnt out. We need to put a hard start kit in, and it's really just a stronger capacitor.
So if they don't need that, then what do they really need?
A new compressor, but they're saving you a lot of money by putting in a stronger capacitor. Oh. That means your compressor is about to go probably within 3 to 4 years. If you notice that your compressor, when it shuts off, has a lot of loud knocking and banging, or if it goes bang, bang when it starts and stops, it's getting ready to go. A lot of sounds in this line of work, too, that you notice when things are going bad and when things aren't running correctly. 1940s floor furnace. Now they have much smaller furnaces nowadays that are more efficient. It shouldn't be, the expensive part will be probably most in the labor.
But you can get those home warranties. They cost $300 to $600, and if your refrigerator, washer, dryer, air conditioning, no matter what it is, goes out, boom, replaced. I mean, it's a one-time fee, and boom, replaced.
Yep, you can get that.
And you don't have to, you don't have to get it when you buy your house. I mean, you can get it anytime. I don't have that information, but I can get it for you. Where my family's in real estate, they tell everybody about them. So I can get that information for you. But yeah, they tried to get.
It's kind of like renter's insurance to me, though.
Yeah, they tried to get my sister to buy one of those warranties last year when her air conditioner messed up. And she said, oh, no, that costs too much. Well, then her air conditioner went out again this year. She wished she had bought that little insurance policy.
Oh, man, that's not cool.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, myself, I say, I know how to fix it all, so I don't look at it in that way. I know how
Sunshine,
it works.
I'll ask him to give me one of those booklets, and I'll give it to you. I'll share it with you, or see if there's a link or something to it that you can pull it down online.
But yeah, as a homeowner, if you're not mechanically inclined and you don't know any techs as friends. See, I used to have a lot of electricians as friends and a lot of carpenters as friends. So we would just trade work off in each other's places to get things done.
Yeah, that's good.
Really, that's kind of how it works out there. But as just Johnny homeowner, yeah, it's kind of a rough deal. That's kind of why I wanted to call, because I understand that people are going to need more money for their food, and you don't need to be spending your money on a simple tiny fix that you can do. You know, most people can do these things themselves to take care of their own equipment and keep it preventatively working correctly. I say preventative maintenance is the most important thing you can do for your stuff.
Yeah.
Just take a Saturday and fix your equipment up.
That's
One
true.
Saturday will save you thousands of dollars, possibly.
Yep, that's true. Very true.
Or not. I mean, you know, you could pay the contractor to come in and do it, and I'm sure they don't mind.
No.
I know I didn't. And I used to get home, like you said, in the winter. I would get home probably 9 o'clock every night, and I would probably start my day at 5 in the morning. Because, you know, it gets cold here in Connecticut. And there's a lot of rich people that don't like the cold.
That's true.
So they don't care. Yeah, they don't care what they pay. They'll come out now. I don't care if it's 3 in the morning. And I'd be like, well, that's going to cost you 3 times as much. But yeah, I'll be right there.
Lord.
I'll be right there for you.
Yep.
Guess she's going to be doing maintenance. Yeah, I'll give you my number, Kizzy. You can call me if you run into a gym.
See, y'all been getting all of our snow. Our snow's moved north. We don't get snow like we used to. I hate it.
I know. I want to move. That's why I want to move south.
All of our snow moved north. We can't even get a good Christmas Eve snow anymore. Shoot, by Christmas when I was a kid, there was 3 or 4 feet of snow on the ground that had been there since the week of Thanksgiving. Not anymore.
Really, it's that bad? It changed that much, huh?
Oh yeah, we don't get snow until January, February, and March, and it's all shift, and then we don't get much then.
That's awesome. You could grow year round down there.
Oh no, the temperatures are cold.
Yeah, no, a greenhouse with a little wood stove will fix that.
Oh yeah. No, we don't get much snow anymore. Nope, we get the cold temperatures, but not the snow. And the brown trees with no leaves.
Oh, see, I can't wait. I want to move down south right now. I want to get out of here before the winter, because the winter here is terrible now.
Yep. See, I always loved it. I always had a vehicle that would go. It didn't bother me. But now we don't get I like the snow rather than just looking at all brown trees all over the place. I like lots of snow on the trees, snow on the ground. At least white's pretty. This old brown stuff all winter, I hate it. But we just don't get it anymore.
The snow is pretty until you get, more snow than you can move anymore.
Well, you have to keep up with it.
Listen,
when we get big snowstorms, I will go out and shovel my walking path to my vehicle. It depends on how hard and fast it's falling all night if I know I have to go out the next day. I just go out there and shovel. Don't bother me. And then I've got a guy that comes and scrapes if it snows. He makes sure he scrapes before 8 o'clock in the morning for me.
There you go.
So
that's great. That's all you need.
Yep.
A little bit of salt and you'll be all set.
That's it. Well, what?
Yep.
That's it.
The snow's getting crazy up here in Connecticut. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
I've
y'all
seen
are
that
getting all
change
of our
in the,
snow that we used to get.
yeah, in the last 4 years, my deck door has had about almost 3.5 feet of snow halfway up the door.
I bet you are, Trucker. You can tell them how it's changed. It has changed drastically in the amount of snow just over the last 10 years. I mean, we went from being pounded to hardly anything. And I hate it because, you know, we have a lot of guys, like the guy that does my street, you know, he does our yard in the summer, leaves in the fall, and removes the snow in the winter. And love his heart. I mean, he's busy all summer and fall, and he has to save his money back because he's usually 3 months now that he don't work at all.
Yeah, wouldn't it be cool if they could do something like change the weather? It would be so nice.
Wouldn't it be? I hate they took my snow, though. Jeez. We actually had sunshine all day today.
Yeah, we had a little painting going on above me today.
Yeah, we had sunshine all day today. And I don't remember last time it rained. It's been a while. So, well, sweetheart, since I'm going to have to get in bed and I got thrift store prepper here, anybody have any questions, though? Well, we got Scott, and Scott's always in chat. He can always call in if y'all think of something later.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah,
I have no problem with that.
Listen, we've got our heating cooling expert on call in chat every night, just about. Unless he oversleeps.
How's my arthritis with all the snow? My arthritis is actually perfect. Grounding helps.
Grounding is awesome, y'all. All right, honey, we love you. Appreciate it. Everybody's thrilled to death with all the information you gave. Go back and look at the chat. They were real happy.
Awesome. You guys have a good night. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I was thrilled when Scott offered to give us that information. And then, Lovey's already overslept. The first thing somebody had in chat last night, my air conditioning went out today. I thought, oh, no. That is awesome. Okay, looky here, thrift store prepper. I got my package, and it shakes and makes noise. It's been sitting on my kitchen table all day waiting to open. Let me turn this baby around. Yeah, my grandson was so happy with those little Dora Explorer stickers. He ripped that one straight off, buddy. I thought that was funny. But, you know, he's a boy. He's never seen Dora Explorer. Now, all of my granddaughters, she had everything. I had her a whole room decorated Dora Explorer. But it's in tubs packed away downstairs. So he's never seen Dora, I don't guess. He thought she was pretty. I'm afraid you've got a pack's full. I'm afraid I'm going to cut something. This is a full package, y'all. Let me tell you. I didn't think it won that much. It's hard to tell what. Listen, thrift store prepper can be an ornery fella, y'all. I'm almost afraid to open this in front of y'all. See what we got here. Oh, I see my pink bag. A spoon. A meat stick. Oh my gosh. Have y'all seen his little poop guy on his table? I got a little rubber poop guy. What do you call him? I forget what you call him. An MRE spoon. Oh, MRE spoon. Yeah, it's a heavy duty spoon. I don't know what's in that one. Here's my nutsack. Pink nutsacks. Look here. He even puts them together. And he sends out the meat stick and the nutsacks. There you go. You're going to get me in trouble, thrift store prepper. Let me tell you. And looky here. Y'all thought I was kidding. Look. Cock soup. Oh, you're a mess. What is in this one? Got an extra little pink bag. Oh, I got 2 of the little poop guys, and I got the little prepper baby. Look at that. Isn't that cute? What do you call the little poop guy? I can't remember. I don't know why I can't remember. A prepper baby, and I got an extra one. Aren't these cute? They're tiny. Little prepper baby. Y'all seen his little prepper baby? He has on his little set. How sweet. Oh, I'm thrilled. I got an extra treat. Thank you, thrift store prepper. You're so cute. You know the rest of us couldn't pull something like this off. No way. Oh, wait a minute. There's something else in here. Something else. I thought it was empty. Oriental style instant noodles. Oh, the shrimp flavor. Oh, looky there. I got like ramen noodles, only they're shrimp flavor. I got an extra treat. He hooked me up, buddy. Thank you. Yeah. I like shrimp. Man, I bet you'd be good if you put little shrimp in it, wouldn't it? That might not go in the preps. That might have to be tried. Thank you so much. This was awesome. This is like my birthday. I got a present. Listen, and these, oh, it's the jumbo meat stick. I thought you was going to send me a Slim Jim. That's a big meat stick. And them in that sack. Oops. Isn't he a mess? I missed what you call the little baby. Yeah, I'm going to try it. I will. I'll let you know. That's my kind of cooking for just myself. I don't cook no big meals by myself. No way. Did you tell me what you call what is the little poop guy you have on your table? You sent me the little miniature ones. I love little bitty stuff like that. I always did like little miniature toys. Yeah, the little poop guy. What do you call him? Did you tell me? I'm trying to find it in chat if you did. I remember Prepper Baby. Oh, and that was such a good interview with Alaska Prepper. That was last night, wasn't it? You're dying, Carolyn. Let me tell you what. I knew I was going to be in for it when I told him, yeah, I'm going to open it on a live. Give y'all a little shock. That's what the thrift store, let me tell you, have you ever been on Thrift Store Prepper and watch him throw all that gum together? And he just smacks his lips, buddy. He puts Vienna sausages in everything. Everything. And he eats every bite of that stuff. Now, I like Vienna sausages, but it just surprises me that a man would eat something like that. I would. Most men are pretty picky. Little poop. Little what? Tiny little poop. No, it's not poop. What do you call him? Tiny little something. Oh, the tiny little, is it the tiny little shit you call him? I swear I can't believe I remember that. Yeah, that's what it is. I've got a tiny little one. Oh man, he's a mess. And you have the best writing for a man. It's so legible. You got good print. Mr. Hanky. Who's Mr. Hanky? I don't know who Mr. Hanky is. The Christmas poo, yeah. Oh, he's a mess. Let me tell you, little pooper. That's nice. See, I've been anxious all day long to open this, sitting on my kitchen table. Didn't think this live was ever going to get here. And then they said you were on road to prison or something. But then you said you just got home, so I don't know if you was interviewing or working. Yeah, I like how you glued your little, look at that. They're even in little pink Mylar bags. I could put these in my preps if I wanted to, but I won't. I like nuts. I'll be eating them. Probably be having to fight the baby over the jumbo meat stick. And then that spoon. Yeah, it's a hard spoon. Do you buy those in bags or do you get them separate? Uh-oh, chat went away. What happened to chat? I didn't touch anything. Unless I hit something by accident. Where did chat go? Uh-oh, y'all. Did I touch my screen? Now I'm so delayed on my phone. What happened to chat? Oh. It just went away. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Oh, there you are. I hit something. I'm sorry. Is it coming back? There we go. Y'all have to blame Thrift Store Prepper if we lost the chat because he sent me the jumbo meat stick with the nut sacks. Jumbo. Jumbo. It says jumbo. I thought it was just going to be a Slim Jim. He does good gifts, don't he? Oh, mercy. And then all my little trinkets in here. I'll get my desk set up in there eventually. I'll put them in a little shadow box and set them on my desk. And then the soup and the noodles. How about that? That was a nice gift. Thank you, TSP. I really appreciate it. Oh my gosh, did I hit something again? Where in the world? Why does chat keep disappearing? I do not know why it keeps disappearing. Lord have mercy. Y'all will be killing me over chat. I know that. See if I can't, if it kept it and they'll paste in there. Yeah. Where'd it go? Well, it looks like y'all still have it. But I'm telling you, I don't know. There we are. Now it's back. Woo! There it's back. There it's back. There it's back. Well, listen, guys, I hate to cut out on y'all. I mean, 10 to 4 is early for us. We're usually fighting to get off here. Oh, you were watching at work? You still have chat? Dingle. Oh. Oh, good night, Tracker. Oh, aren't you a gentleman? You've got a pretty long walk to work. Crime rate must be low because let me tell you what, I wouldn't walk that far to work here where I live. Oh, okay. I thought when I lost chat on my screen, y'all lost it too. Well, good. That's a relief. The wheel of thrift will return the last week. You're only doing it one more week? Well, thank you, Diana. I appreciate that. You canned for the first time? That's awesome. What'd you can? What did you can, girl? You don't fear crime, crime fears you? Oh, you're a hoot. You was going to bed. I'm glad you stopped in too. Well, that is helpful. I saw somebody said they were going to have their husband to watch the replay. It's a good idea. Oh, okay, gotcha. That's right. Let me tell you, that was some good information too. Um, I'm going to contact Alaska Prepper. Would y'all like to have Alaska Prepper call in? I listened to his call in on Thrift Store Prepper. Man, oh man, he can give some information. And of course, I knew he could. I've been watching him a long time. That's great, but yeah, I like the call-ins. I like when somebody else is doing the talking, teaching us something. I've had to miss these last few live shows. I haven't even got to watch the replays yet. He is. He is such a gentleman. And if he thinks he said something, a little harsh or whatever, he's so apologetic. Is Bubba in here? Or are you just saying you like when the Bubba News calls in? I didn't see Bubba come in. Yeah, he was our very first caller. Well, actually, I was going live to try it out, and he made it a call-in show. Yep, he does a good job, Snafu. All right, boys and girls, I love y'all so much. I hate we got to start cutting the show short, but listen, we're going to have to start cutting the show short anyway for Marv. Because we do not override Marv. We jump straight off here for our buddy Marv. Now, we didn't a couple times that we knew he was going to give it. Most of you went, but some of you didn't want to go. So I turned him on my phone, and y'all watched him on my phone give his little phone updates. He's not going to mind that because we were still watching. Then y'all went over and gave him a thumbs up. But when it's a real show, I'm out of here. I'm going to say, okay, he's on. Goodbye. I love you. Have any of y'all been on here when he was on? Thank you. You're welcome, Jay Stone. Should be back tomorrow. Yay. All right. Does he have a time yet? Is he working on that schedule, or is it just going to kind of be like, because it's usually 2 a.m. Eastern time when he comes on here. And that would still, if I started, and I'd make sure I'd be on time. Tonight was a little different. God held up, needed to handle something. So I apologize for being so late tonight. But you said that yesterday. Well, listen, he's got that new baby. That's an adjustment. Moving into a new house, unpacking. Summer Alice, love you too, darling. I love everybody. Y'all, listen, y'all always make me feel so much better. I do. I feel better when we just chat and laugh and carry on. Oh, you saw pictures? Now, listen, that was going to be a bigger room, and he had some great ideas. That wasn't going to be done overnight in a minute. I mean, it's tough, and especially, she just had a baby, and she's not full speed yet. I wish we were all over there to help. Wouldn't it have been nice? Listen, if I was working, I'd have gathered my boys up and we would have flown out there and helped that boy move. There would have been no doubt about it. I hate it so bad. That's one thing about not working. I just can't up and do things like I want to, like I used to, like I got spoiled doing. I was blessed. Still blessed. I know, I don't either. I'm telling you, if I was working, I would have bought tickets for me and my boys, and we would have flown out there and helped him. There would have been no doubt about it. I mean, we always go everywhere and help all the family move and do. He's family. I would have bought tickets, and we would have been there helping him. Yep, broke my heart because we couldn't. That's the first time ever in my life I really want to do something for somebody and couldn't. So, I'm building a thrift store. You're funny. You got a great show. I mean, all of us that have spun off of Marv, everybody's a little different, but everybody, you know, I don't do anything wonderful. We've just had great callers. I don't give good news, and Lord knows I can't tell decent jokes. So. Oh my, so my callers has saved us. Let me tell you. Everybody's noticing how many people we always have in chat. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention tonight. We have 45. That is good. That's real good. For 1,100 subs, it's excellent. And then, we're getting 3, 4, 500 views. Old Dex, you were a superstar. Your old video got a bunch of views. I cheated. I put you and Marfugel's name in my thumbnail. I got all kinds of views on all that wonderful information you dumped on us last night. Oh, Lord. I saw you commented on that, but I didn't notice till I was getting ready to go live, so I haven't looked at any of today's comments. Speaking of, let's keep the comments positive. If you have to not have a positive comment, send me an email. Because I'm just going to start deleting them. I don't like not positive comments. That's not cheating. Yeah, let me tell you what. I marketed that sucker, didn't I? But people need to hear what you had to say. So I marketed it appropriately so they would hear all the good information you had to give. How's that sound? The psychology of marketing. Yep, I had one of those classes. But I didn't realize I didn't put a thumbnail on it till this afternoon. So that's not a lie if you believe it. I thought, what can I do this thumbnail? And I thought, oh, when did Dex call in? Man, I was just scrolling looking for that timestamp to put on that thumbnail. Oh, but Dex don't mind to help me. He called in. He don't mind to help, so he don't care. He knows we love him. Oh, I know, Jay Stone. See, this is the way it was. This is the way the shows always were. Let me tell you. Satan stepped in, thought he was going to win that battle. Well, nope, I put into that battle tonight. And then old Dex, he is amazing. He always helps with everything. Yeah, I'm sure Adam will tell us the story. He'll have to. We don't care about no news. We want to hear about the baby and the move when he does. Tell him. Don't y'all be worrying about no articles and getting everything for the first show. Tell him to sit down at that desk and tell us about the move. That's all we're worried about. The first show, he's been gone for a while. We want to hear about the baby, how he's doing, about the move. Tell us about the house. That's all he has to do. Tell him just to do one of my lives tomorrow night. Just sit down and talk. But of course, we really want to hear what he has to say. Everybody could care less what I have to say. Just ask him here to help. I know you are. I'll try not to bother you because I know how busy you are. And you've got a real life and a real job. I mean, but it's nice for everybody to let you know how appreciated you are too. You are. And I'm telling you, screening those calls, man, I bet that's a mess. I can only imagine. So anyway, y'all, I love you. Y'all are always so good to me. You show up every night, and let me tell you, you will never know how much I appreciate it. Well, you know. Listen, if I didn't appreciate it, I wouldn't be here. Some nights, if I don't feel, quite like, well, and like tonight, I thought, my goodness, it's so late. I shouldn't even fool with it. And I thought, well, no, there's some waiting. So, y'all always make me feel better. I mean, I don't know anybody my size has a loyal following. I mean, y'all are awesome. Truly, truly awesome. Middle of the week, everybody's already starting to get tired by this time. I don't know what the highest number was, but there's still 43, listed now. I will never, ever be able to express. We've got 44 thumbs up because I just gave myself one. Hey, my thumbs up turns blue. Why not? I'm giving a thumbs up to my family, not to me. I'm giving a thumbs up to y'all. Thank you, Dex. I forgot to thumbs up myself. Oh, you're showing 46? I only show 40. Oh. I've got 43 watching, but 44 thumbs up because I just gave myself one. It don't count me watching. I don't know why. You'd think it would. It's on my phone. I don't know. But, Dex, you get some sleep. You have got especially, I don't know, are you going to be on helping if Adam tomorrow night? Yeah, everybody counts. Everybody. There's not a one I don't love to pieces. They're all so good. It is so nice to have it back to normal, y'all. I'm telling you. Oh, you show there's 48 3%er? My numbers are always different. What has fur? Lord, that's a thrift store prepper. I don't want to answer that question. Marv, tomorrow I'm withdrawing. Yeah, let me tell you, that's why they've been keeping me up so late. Although one night they were in chat, you going live when Marv's done? Well, I didn't feel like sleeping that night, so I did. That was probably our first 7 o'clock in the morning show. But now with the baby, I'm sorry we can't do that. But there's probably some afternoons if y'all want afternoon live since my listen, I keep forgetting to take my antibiotics. I started and was doing real good. I keep forgetting. Do some short afternoon lives if y'all want to. Because we'll start, maybe I could do it between 10 and 11. And then we're done when Marv comes on. Done. Oh, Lady Lake Fork, I didn't see you come in, honey. So let me say hello and goodbye at the same time. Set an alarm for my math. Lord, I'll be doing something, get sidetracked and forget. I've tried setting alarms. It doesn't work. All right, y'all, are you ready? Is everybody prepared to jump over into Discord? Listen, Dex, you need to check out our little Discord. It's just everybody that's in chat here. They just have a cozy, comfy little group. They just talk around the clock. Good group. I'm telling you, I can brag. I've got the best chat group of anybody. Never arguing, never disagreeing. Best group of anybody. I can brag about that. And of course, they're all in some of the other chats, but you know, other people have other people I don't have, so. But yeah, we can't, I'll send you an invite. I don't know how to do that. Is CJ still in here? Oh, you're in it, Dax. It's my original one that was, you're in it. My original one that was the backup channel for Marv. I just took backup channel for Marv off and just left it West Virginia Prepared Mind when I started my channel. So you're already in it. I'm almost certain you're on my friends list. Yeah, it's the same original one. Let me see. Let me see. And you know I'd have never taken you off. Friends. Yes, there you are, Dex J. Yes, you are. You're still in there. No, I didn't do anything. You're still in there. I'd have never blocked you from when it was a backup channel. But I thought, well, now it's not a backup channel. So I just took the backup off. Same channel. That's all. And you know, guys, I have been really bad. I have not checked my mail. If anybody has emailed me, let me tell you. Well, y'all know. Y'all have been here. It's been a rough week. Yeah, I have got some emails. Okay, that one's a little bit long. Oh, that's a little long. Okay. I was looking to see if I can answer somebody real quick. Listen, you know what? I think that daggone troll has sent me an email telling me he's not a troll. Y'all remember that phone call I had to cut the live? I think I have got an email from the troll saying I'm not a troll. Well, let me tell you, y'all saw that. That's a lot of nerve, ain't it? Well, that'll make for some good reading. And listen, this email looks like it's a novel. Sends me I'm not a troll. I'm sorry, I'm not a troll. Well, let me tell you what, I called that number. That number belongs to an 86-year-old woman, has 4 numbers attached to it, 3 of them disconnected, and one has a voicemail that is just a goofy 20-some-year-old boy with a goofy message. Troll. Yep. But that'll make for some good reading. I'll tell y'all about it tomorrow night. But yes, let's see. Listen, I can't even, everything's been so crazy. Yeah, it's Thursday. I have the baby, 7:30 to usually 9:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'll try to have myself together since Mark's coming on, see if I can get us up and running by 9 or 10, maybe. I mean, 10 or between 10 and 11. I will try my hardest not to be past 11. But, you know, things have been a little crazy lately. So, and I will add little tabs so I can pull it up. Let me see if I can do this one more time. Let me practice so I can do it right. But let me pull it up and make sure. I'm telling you, I didn't close it all the way out. I don't know why this is so delayed. Who knows? Okay. Let me see if I can do this one more time before we close out. I hate y'all have to see those screens. Oops, wait a minute. There you go. Absolutely. I'll just have to make sure I have that up with a extra tab. Oh, Lord. Now let me get you back to here. Oh, that was my grandbaby. That's my front screen on my grandbaby. Did y'all get a quick look at him? Did y'all see that precious face? Oh, mercy. Let me see. It shouldn't show that up. Let me show y'all real quick. That's not what I want to show you. And that's not what I want to show you. I'll get it there. Look at that. Ain't that something? That's my life right there. Him and my granddaughter. Now, the picture with my granddaughter, you can't see it. Daggone it. I've got buttons that's supposed to make this. Well, oh, make you not have to see that. But I've got to practice with those hotkeys. Isn't he adorable? Yes. Yes, Anime. I finally got it. I'm not smooth with it, and I've got hotkeys that are supposed to make it smooth. But I'll figure that out later. Yes, yes, yes. That was my homework tonight. And then, thanks to old Dex, we're going to have an intro. Let me see if I can do all that mess. Oh, I'll figure it out because if Dex, he sent me music. I got to listen to music. So, anyway, yeah, I thought I'd give y'all a little shot of my little pumpkin. So now you know why everything revolves around that face. Of course, his daddy's American, but his mama's Guatemalan. Made for a pretty baby, didn't it? Telling you. He is just so happy usually. He's a good little thing. Not out in public. His mommy never taught him not to run. Now he's almost 3 and he just wants to take off from her. I won't take him in public. I took him into Little General and the dollar store with me. And let me tell you, I was so frazzled. I had to get the girl in Little General to watch him for me to take my stuff to the vehicle and then get him in to put him in the truck. I told my son, never again. I will never go by myself ever again in public with that child until somebody has set rules for him. He knows he can't be running. His mommy let him run through Walmart, thought she lost him, went after a manager and got a glimpse of him running through the store. He could have been kidnapped. So, you know, as long as he's got that stuff going on, he's not going to listen to me. You don't know if you're in West Virginia Discord? Does somebody know how to send Thrift Store Prepper an invitation to our Discord? I don't know how to do it. I know, Carolyn. Listen, it's crazy. There you go. Kizzy put it for you. There's the link. There it is. Listen, and other than between 11 and 2 or 11 and 1 in the afternoon and about 3 or 4 to 6 or 7 in the evening, there is always somebody in there chatting. That's the only times I have noticed that it is blank still. But if you type something, even during the still time, boom, somebody answers you. I mean to tell you, they are Johnny on the spot. But it's just a small group, you know. We don't have 10,000. So being in my Discord is like being on my chat. There's no difference. Same people. Just about exactly the same people. Now we get a few extra ones in chat. But it's almost exactly the same people in Discord that's in chat. And that's why I set it up after I did that 11 and a half hour live so everybody didn't have to stop chatting. And then got up that morning, picked up my laptop, just woke up, and they were still in there chatting. I about died. Well, that's just what I told y'all. I'm raw and real. So now you've seen what I look like 2 minutes after I get out of bed. But so that's why I did that Discord and got everybody in that, because I wasn't going to leave the live stream running for 11.5 hours. I thought, my goodness, if Dex and Adam and Bubba and Homegrown and all of them look and see that's 11.5 hour live, they're going to think I've lost my mind. And then if they go to looking through it and see it's just a picture of my couch, I went to bed and left them people talking. Dex, I was exhausted. Oh, what happened to chat? I didn't touch nothing. I swear I didn't touch nothing. I didn't. I didn't touch a thing. Y'all lost chat. No, it's just on the screen. Can y'all still see chat? Did y'all tell me? Yeah, they are still talking. Listen, and let me tell you what. My Discord is very small and it's very awesome. And nobody argues. Everybody gets along. It is absolutely awesome. Nobody cuts anybody down. Nobody makes anybody think, that their ideas are stupid or nothing. I keep an eye on that. Others keep an eye on that. Let me tell you what, while it's small, boom, somebody be out of there in a heartbeat. But see, mine's small. I don't have 10,000 to keep up with. It's impossible. I don't know how y'all do it. But anyway, all right, guys. It is now 4:16. I'm 16 minutes past my own curfew. So, that'll give me 3 hours to sleep. But I had a long nap today, so I'll be good. Maybe I can get back on a sleep cycle now. But I love ya. I mean it. And I will be seeing y'all tomorrow. What? Handcuffs for children? What? Kid leashes. I've seen those kid leashes. And listen, I thought that was the awful thing I had ever seen in my life until I have my grandchild now. I'll put him on a leash and take him somewhere. But, I'm just older. I just ain't going to chase him. My arms aren't strong anymore. I can't fight him. He's trying to get away and carry a bunch of stuff. Listen, I used to carry my babies. I'd have a baby in each arm and my hands full, carrying them to the door. I couldn't do that now. Oh, mercy. Listen, thrift store prepper, I don't know. I might be afraid to hear your thoughts sometimes. But you are a smart man. You carry on, but let me tell you what. You slipped up with Alaska Prepper, and you let everybody know a little bit of what's in that brain. You are a smart man. You know more about what's going on in America than most Americans do. And Say knows a whole lot about America. Helen knows a whole lot about America. Americans don't pay any attention. The rest of the world knows more about us than we do. Have y'all noticed that? And that's a shame. All right, guys, listen. Y'all go over to Discord. Jump over to Discord because, I hate saying goodbye. Y'all start dipping out because I hate to hang up on you. I feel like y'all are talking and then I'm going to hang up on y'all and disconnect y'all's conversations. So I love ya. Bye. Always remember, don't be scared. Always be prepared and share the love and the truth will come. That's what we've been doing for the week. And look, we got all of our love back. So it works. All right, darlings. Love you much. Y'all have sweet, sweet dreams. Bye-bye. What? I didn't stop it. Man, I don't even know what I'm